Hello everybody, welcome to 2CTV, your global news channel. I'm Maya 2C and we come to you guys with some ongoing situation, which is actually, to be fair, at this point, the police have been trying to end the tensions in a small town in Essex, Epping in England, as a group of angry locals, British locals, who decided to protest outside a migrant hotel after the recent accusations that illegal migrants have been sexually abusing a girl, a local English girl. This has been going on for the past few hours. Unfortunately, I've been out most of the day dealing with a family issue, so I couldn't be there myself. But we did send the 2CTV reporter Niak Gorbani, or Mr. Banana Man, who is still on the ground for us. He's still sending us the latest videos. What I'm going to do now, we're going to show you the most important moments from today and the clashes that happened. Short summary. A group of local people, angry people, went out to protest. Then the police obviously came from the beginning with riot gear. Then suddenly Antifa and the far left came out of nowhere, provoked the other side. Obviously that's going to increase the tensions, and obviously the clashes were always going to happen. Now, of course, only one side is going to get the blame. First things first, we do have to mention that unfortunately over the last few minutes, we have confirmation that my good friend Actual Coverage YouTube channel has been arrested by the police while he was doing his live report on the ground as a reporter. Unfortunately, although Actual Coverage is the same guy who called my bag a gay bag, but I'll find out more about his well-being and all that shortly when I could get hold of people. First things first, let's go to a few hours ago, how it started, the clashes, and we're getting the latest video live from Niak on the ground. Let's go. People are angry, obviously. Also, the most important thing to mention about the day was the fact that the far left came out to do a counter-protest. Counter-protest. So these are the, you can see the signs. These are the Stand Up to Racism, Antifa, the left-wing groups. They're all there. They're obviously confronting the angry locals who simply came up initially to protest because they were angry because of the accusations that illegal migrants have been sexually abusing and assaulting a local girl. But imagine doing a counter-protest against that. This was always going to turn violent. This was always going to become full of clashes because the far left are there. The police, initially, these police officers are fine, but the riot gear came out immediately. Crazy scenes. So obviously here the police are protecting their left-wing so-called counter-protesters. There we go again. There we go. That's the first arrest. So this is exactly what they want, by the way. They're both those in the establishment and the left-wing agitators and protesters. This is exactly what they want, to cause this. And of course, the other side, get angry, get violent, and then every single person is going to be called a far-right thug. When a few people start getting violent, everybody is going to get labeled the same thing. The important thing to mention is that you also had people from different ages. You had grandmothers, grandfathers, young people there. Because they were angry, they simply wanted to protest. As I said, now every single person, because of the few people who got angry and got violent, everyone is going to get labeled the same thing.
So, hello everyone, TCTV is here.
There's Niak.
Happy.
A lot of these people at this point have had enough. And you can see that the left wingers on the other side, they don't care. They don't care about young local girls getting abused or whatever happens to them. Also, I love how even the other side are covering their faces, the left wingers. Why are they covering their faces? I get why this side, those who are doing violence, why they're covering their faces, because they don't want to get caught. But the other side, why are they always covering their faces? Now, shortly we're going to get to the latest footage that we are receiving from Niak as well, which is like now. But this is still like a couple of hours ago.
So what's your team? Oh mate, I know you now. Wait, look who he is, Banana Man.
Banana Man.
That's a terrorist.
Niak's been recognised.
Mate, sound like a vibe for me, yeah? I want to get on your camera.
There we go.
You have
Yes, the right colours.
Can you tell me what's
Good man.
the reason you are here today?
I've been in Epping for 40 years. Never been like this. These guys here are all locals. All about, it's all
Yep.
about sexual assault happened at the hotel. Like
And the Bell Hotel.
The Bell Hotel.
The migrant
Not
hotel.
only that, the problems we've had, the crime we've had in Epping is a joke. It's got well out of hand. Last 4 years, this place has gone to pot. It's been a lovely place. I'm out of here now. I'm going as well.
All right. God bless.
He's going.
Thank you.
Get your mask down, Tossy.
I'm also impressed that Niak hasn't been arrested. Well done, Niak, for being there on behalf of 2CTV, but also for not being arrested for now. Like, unfortunately, our friend Actual Coverage, who's been arrested now.
So, as you see here,
Here we go.
If it wasn't for the fact I'm recording for Nyack, I'm working today, I would be in trouble.
Don't mess with people in Essex. Usually good advice. Now, in a second, I'm going to tell you exactly why this happens and why it only happens in certain situations. Just keep watching. Someone in the live chat, someone in the live chat said this is from earlier in the daylight. Yes, it is. We are still having the live footage coming from Nyack, who's still on the ground. But as I was out, we're just catching up. It's not. It's Coke Zero. Kicking off again.
Oh no.
Fuck it, go and fucking have a little bush over there.
Insane. So many of them. So this was from a couple of hours ago, from earlier, but I'm now going to show you the most recent video feed that we have and videos coming from Nyack on the ground. Before I do that, it's very important to mention that we have a lot of protests, we have a lot of angry protests on these sort of issues in the UK. It happens now every few months. And actually smaller protests outside illegal migrant hotels in Wales and England happens regularly, quite peaceful, angry but peaceful. The only times you have this sort of level of tensions and clashes is the moment Antifa and the far left get involved. Why are they even getting there in the first place to counter-protest against people who are protesting against illegal migrants, allegedly, sexually assaulting girls and local women? You see the problem? When they come, things kick off, because that's exactly what they want. As I said, actual coverage, my good friend, as he was reporting, he also got arrested. First things first, it's important to mention, those who watched his live stream separately, he was standing in the middle of the road. The moment the police line, the riot police line, started obviously charging towards him, he should have been on the side, but he got hit. He went on the ground. Instead of the police just putting him aside, as a reporter, not as a rioter, the police decided to arrest him. The police hit him, then arrest him. A number of other people have also been injured. Before I get to the latest videos that we've just received from Nyack, let me just show you, for example, this video, because obviously speaking of people who got injured, a lot of people have got injured as well.
So the first riot van took off at speed, it hit a man in the road head on in the centre of the borough.
Look at his leg.
Took him with the van, And I was like thinking, oh my God. So I was watching that. And then as I turned and seeing my corner of my eye, I could see another van coming at speed.
Thanks, mate.
I was just in a panic. I don't know whether the van hit me or whatever, but I went down hard on the road.
Wow.
You can see it.
Wow.
Thanks for saving Nyak.
Chunk out of my knee,
Wow.
a bit out of my hand, a bit on my elbow, and I think I probably blacked out when I hit the deck.
Thank you so much.
But
Sorry
they
about
was
that.
coming. I've never seen police act so violently. It was just I was terrified. I thought I was going to go under the van. Chris was there and another young lad,
All right.
and they quickly grabbed me by the arms and pulled me up the grass. If they hadn't have done, I think I would have quite possibly gone under the wheels.
Yeah.
So you got hit by a
really
police
sorry.
car?
I didn't get hit by. I don't think so.
If he didn't have moved, if he wouldn't have moved, he would have got hit.
They hit.
The thing is, I did see a different video from a different angle. It did seem like it did get hit, but I don't have that footage, unfortunately. Nyak didn't get that moment, I think. I'm just still trying to go through it. Let's quickly go to the most recent videos from the last few minutes on the ground in Epping, Essex, outside the Migrant Hotel.
So, as you see, London police came here for backing up for those.
They got reinforcements from
here.
London to Essex. The Met
I
Police.
think 3 or 4 vans. Let me see. Yeah, 4 vans full of police. They're just coming
Crazy.
here in Epping, front of the Bell Hotel. People
By the way,
still
the
here,
left-wing
standing.
protesters get paid to be there, whereas the other side don't get
Nothing
paid. They're just
happened.
angry.
Just standing here.
Crazy. I'm pretty sure these are the Metropolitan Police officers from London who went as a reinforcement to go to Essex to help their police force there. Got the American flag.
Hey, you big man!
Every day, tensions get worse and
Homeless.
nothing gets done.
And I'm not lying to you, I'm telling you the truth. You all know this. You all know everything I'm telling you is the absolute truth. You're slaving yourself out to money, you're selling your kids and your grandchildren to stand there for somebody else. Do something for yourself.
Yep.
Make a change. Huh? None of these lot over there want to say what they're fucking thinking, cunts. It's us lot are the only ones who are speaking, mate. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get some clear and positive input to these people who are standing here. They should put their shields down and join us. They said fucking put them down, turn round, you'll work. You're selling your own kids out.
They won't put the shields down because the Home Office hasn't told them to. They only listen to the Home Office now. Two-tier policing only listen to the Home Office. And they won't stand with us because they'll have their warrant card and badge stripped by the morning.
I don't know why you're doing it. I don't know why you're doing this.
Don't sit on the fence.
You know, if you used your minds and you all used that with your riot shields and your helmet, just step back and take a fall for yourself. You used to have a lovely country. You used to live in a beautiful
We need to get in touch with Nyak.
a utopia. Now for the scumbags. You think this could be if you disagree with me about what I've just said, Put your hand up. You can hold a shield and put your hand up. Look at each other. How many of you got your hands up? None. I'll put both hands up. Fuck you.
Oh, we got more videos from Niak.
Due to prevent serious public disorder, serious damage to property,
Niak is fine.
to life of the community, and intimidation of others. The following conditions will apply as stated. You must disperse from this protest and assembly by 10:30. Failure to comply with these conditions is a criminal offence and may result in your arrest. Please comply with police conditions. If you do not comply by 10:30, police force will be used against you. Thank you.
10:30 they have to leave. When not, 10:30 they have to leave. When they are not, it's a criminal offence and they will get out.
This is terrible.
Crazy.
Yeah, very. What's that? 4 minutes into the mobile.
So, from this moment, obviously, they started making more arrests or threats of arrest, and but the target should have been protesters, not necessarily journalists or reporters. Of course, as I said, actual coverage. After getting hit by the police, he was then also arrested, which makes no sense. They were treating him like a rioter, which obviously he's not a rioter. For those who know actual coverage. Also, big shout out to all the other new media reporters and citizen journalists and everybody else who was there. And again, big thanks to our 2CTV reporter Niak Gorbani for being on the ground. We're still trying to get more information from what's going on outside the hotel now, because it's calmed down generally. But I want to see if there's going to be any more arrests. I'm just going to get some quick reaction from you guys. Thank you, Charlie. Saying when they kick off and act like effing idiots, they damage the whole movement. But this is also exactly why the left-wingers and Antifa and those guys go in there to basically provoke, to start the chaos. And of course, a few people from, let's just call it the right-wing side. These are just angry locals, by the way. They're not necessarily like right-wing in that sense. They care about their country, and there will be some right-wingers there, but they're not necessarily all political. They're just angry locals who care about their community. And then there will be a few of them who get angry, who then obviously start clashing with the left-wingers and of course the riot police. And then the whole thing will get labeled far-right English rioters. That's exactly what they want. And this happens every single time. We're kind of used to it at this point. Charlie Tango says, keep up the good work, 2C, spreading the truth. Bless you, 2CTV. Thank you so much. And again, as I said, also bless all the other independent journalists and reporters and our own reporter for being there today. Shout out to all this looking after Niak today. Absolutely, yes. Thanks for that again, mate, for saving our reporter. They cover up because they are cowards. Also, they are just following orders. Let's not forget about that. They're just following orders. The mainstream media will have a field day with this, unfortunately. Oh, just wait for the front pages of the newspapers. Oh, it's going to be absolutely insane. It's the same narrative, but they love it. It's like the bread and butter for them. They love it. They're like, here we go. Tomorrow's story sorted. Let's just run with this. Find the only pictures and videos that you can find that just shows the riots and put that on the front page of the newspapers, and then obviously will make Keir Starmer happy. Those refugee supporters never ask, where are the women and children? These people might be connected to human trafficking gangs. So they don't care. At this point, there is a lot of people on the left, especially those people who turn up, get paid, by the way, and turn up. They don't actually even necessarily care about the migrants. They are only technically taking this, not all of them, some of them are delusional. Some of them, they're professional agitators who get paid. They don't actually even care about the migrants. They're just using them for their own political advantage. They're just defending them to be against their patriots, their nationalists, the angry locals. It will help them to use them as a shield in order to attack you. That's the main goal. I honestly believe this will pass, and the British will sit down and let migrants take over, all while blaming the government. The British are weak, says lazy prodigy from the United States. Yeah, I mean, these sort of protests come and go. Yeah, you might even have a week of riots or consistent protests, then everybody goes home. People get excited on the day. People say, there we go, it's done. But the English have finally woken up, or the Brits have finally woken up. They've had enough, and they're going to take over. Revolution is here, and then everybody goes home. And then you have to wait another few weeks, few months for that to happen again. Although never completely underestimate the Brits. There will come a point when it will actually be enough is enough. But the problem is, it might be too late by then. I fear this is going to spread. People have had enough. But that's the thing. It could spread. It will be, let's just say it will be another summer of protests and riots. And then because the narrative is still being controlled by the mainstream, and they're going to use all their resources, they're going to do a massive crackdown in order to stop it. Even if you end up having a whole summer of protests and riots, they will find a way to completely shut it down. But as I said, there will come a point when it will actually be enough is enough. But I just fear they might be a little bit too late. This is also no bites. No one says creating a self-hating generation in one side and supporting a medieval society on the other. It is a grave mistake. The UK education system is hijacked by this leftist, self-hating leftist ideology. Yeah, I mean, they're just basically trying their best to ensure that the young kids who are technically native, they get brainwashed so that they could hate their own skin color, they could hate their own culture, they could hate their own country, meanwhile open the door to those who want to change the face of the country. If you had people, smaller numbers of those who come from certain countries, from certain cultures, who would integrate, who will respect the British flag, then that could be okay. But that's never been the case right now. The numbers are high. You're getting people at certain classes from cultures, specifically we're talking about South Asia, North Africa, Middle East. And because of the cultural class that they have, they're not going to integrate. A lot of this, if you are skipping the queue and crossing the border illegally, we already know that you have no respect for the rule of law, let alone the culture. What country would be able to afford and want all these Muslims out of the Middle East and Africa into Europe? Who's paying for their travel? Well, we know that there have been enough NGOs and so-called human rights groups, when they go to France and to Calais, they help these migrants essentially by giving them training, by teaching them certain things, how to deal with a lawyer, how to deal with the border force, and they see it as a humanitarian work. Now, I can't directly accuse them, these NGOs, based on, for example, them actually directly helping the migrants with people smugglers. Firstly, it could be true. Secondly, they don't even have to do that. They are already helping them with everything else. It's not that difficult to find a people smuggler in France. Just ask a couple of people, then you get the contacts. Anyway, I don't think the Brits are weak. They have been betrayed by their government. Think of the Biden administration on steroid. That's basically every day in the UK, yeah. Starmer sold up the UK government to the Islamists. The Brits have had enough and are rising up. I stand with you. It's not the Starmer thing. It's been going on for about 20, 30 years. Whether you had blue governments or red governments or what government, the selling out happened decades ago. Should Nigel Farage what? Worms. Oh, worms to both the House of Parliament, MPs, both the MPs and the world. Oh, warn. You mean warn? Warn the MPs and the world that Great Britain is on the brink of civil war over migrant crisis. You want Nigel Farage to warn? yeah, not gonna happen. He would do it to basically help his own cause, but yeah. I met a man today, MOD. He said that this is irreversible. Yeah, I said this in an interview recently, and people started criticizing me, saying this is a defeatist mentality. I was like, that country is gone. The country that you thought of in the 60s and 70s, that's gone. Now, you have to play with the cards that you have been dealt with now. Even if you start doing mass deportations, right? Firstly, you have to do it anyway, especially when it comes to foreign criminals, illegal migrants, all that. I will take it to the next level. Those who want to do treason, those whose values are not compatible, I will also do that. But let's just say you're just going to get rid of everybody. Try to get rid of everybody, right? The problem with that is that then, whether you like it or not, there is going to be a bureaucratic problem. Because if you're going to do it based on skin color, what are you going to do there? Because, you know, there's a lot of people who are mixed race, there's a lot of people who are born here, and they're now third generation, fourth generation. You can't do it based on that. So which means you're going to have to make a compromise, right? Which means that you have to accept that the country that you knew of, England, up until the 60s and 70s and even the 80s, that's gone. So you can't go radical. You should go radical, but there's a limit. Then you have to play with the cards you've been dealt with. You can still make the country a better country in the future, but you can't take it back to the 60s and 70s. Not in terms of obviously just life, because obviously there was no technology in that sense that we have now. Actually, maybe it was better back then. But in terms of the community spirit, safety, and just the level of happiness that people had, depending on where they lived, obviously. But, you know, back then, just ask people who remember the 60s and 70s, especially the 60s. People love the 60s for some reason. That generation loved the 60s. I'm still a big defender of the 90s, the golden days. Until basically, that were the final days. The 90s was basically the beginning of the end. We were never asked. That's the key point. Thanks, Debbie. There's a couple of others here as well. Ivan is back saying there won't be any mainstream media after the 9th of August because of the new media conference, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to get... Actually, I do have to make an announcement. We have now sold out. Well, we're having a new media conference on the 9th of August in London. We are getting the new media outlets from all around the world joining us. You can get the information on 2cevents.tv. But I do have to mention that we have now sold out both the VIP tickets for after parties, but also the breakfast tickets. But you can still get the standard conference tickets. That's okay, you can still do that. You can actually use the promo code 2C50 to get 50% off. So yeah, new media conference, 9th of August in London. Thank you, Ivan, for the reminder. 2C, keep the good work from Wales the Dragon. Brilliant. We will fight back, take back control. Pauline from Canada says, thank you for the super chat, saying I'm from, well, it says Canadian dollar, but it says I'm from Epping. So it's very confusing. I'm from Epping. We're done. Why are you sending a Canadian dollar? Is it? Oh, probably using a VPN. These are our children. The government is to blame, and they keep pushing us. They could have stopped them at the station. They knew this was going to happen. Pauline's absolutely spot on, by the way. Love what you're building. The son is the father's honor. You're working too hard. It's a marathon, not a sprint. See you at the new media conference. Yes, see you there. There is, I was going to go to the members of Tisu Plus. Okay, I'm just going to quickly read one or two because we do have to quickly go up to, it's all kicking off here. We have to go back to get some more information about what's going on the ground. Would have been their mates. After Southport, can you blame them? The fact that migrants are sexually assaulting young girls in your country is enough to drive anyone mad after all these years. Hats off to these brave patriots for calling out the police. Thanks, Maya. Thank you very much. Someone says, I got so confused about who was who being violent. Unfortunately, the issue is lost because of violence. The issue is still there. The issue has actually become more mainstream now. So the people who are complaining, who've been protesting outside these hotels, the people who are bringing out these issues, certain people, including Tommy Robinson and others, when they were talking about this 15 years ago, 20 years ago, nobody would even listen to them. Nobody would even touch those topics. Now, the conversation has reached the mainstream. They are at least talking about it. They're not doing anything about it, but at least they're finally talking about it because they have no other option. So the reality is that not much that comes out of these guys who were out in Essex today protesting, not much in terms of the narrative is radical anymore. It would have been radical 20 years ago. It's normalized now. But can we actually get anything done? Not with the current class of MPs. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get more out of this channel, make sure to become a member of 2C TV Plus by going on 2c.tv. You will get 1 month free membership if you join as an annual subscriber. And also, obviously, don't forget to download the 2C TV app, the home of geopolitical news. We are going to be releasing our latest documentary, The Faith Deficit, shortly, within the next few days or so. So stay tuned. We also have other documentaries you can watch. I'm Maya 2C, and we are the media.